Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Tua going to change the play. Tua wants to throw it on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now they'll change things up. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 52 yards. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. On play action, Prescott. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Tua going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. They got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Tua's going to change things up. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Prescott off play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Prescott to throw on fourth.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down, Pollard again.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by Chosen. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Waddle, the motion man, right. Tua now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Fourth down, Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Prescott now. Incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To the air again, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Prescott.
That is caught. And they have a 1st down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Final play of the half. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this 1st half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Ready for the 2nd half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
In motion left goes Cooks. 2nd half begins with a run by Pollard.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Tua. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert,
29 yards.
and the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Cowboys 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Chosen from 10 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Cowboys 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 72 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2.
Point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. He'll buy some time. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now Tua going to change the play.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Miami.
Tua now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now they'll shift things around.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The 2nd down pass, intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
From midfield, here's Tua. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Well, Tua's going to change things up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now an audible here into something else. Tua going to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Play action now. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to air one out. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway. And fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now Prescott. And now here's another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Once again, it's Mostert. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. There he goes left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robbie Chosen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts.
That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this